Welcome to the Executive Coach for Moms podcast, where we support women who are attempting to find balance and joy while simultaneously leading people at work and at home. I'm your host, Leanna Lasky-McGrath, former tech exec turned full-time mom, recovering perfectionist and workaholic, and certified executive coach. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the final episode of the Executive Coach for Moms podcast. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and I'm so excited to share this news with you because this has been such a journey, and it's been amazing to have you alongside for every step of the way, whether you've been listening from the beginning or if you just started tuning in. I'm so happy to have you here. We have been going strong for 160 weeks in a row. We've published episodes almost every single week. I think we missed maybe 2 weeks whenever I had surgery a couple years ago, and then I just had surgery again about a month ago, and we haven't missed a beat. We continue bringing you great content and hopefully helping to make your journey with motherhood and leading at your company a little bit better. When I started podcasting 2.5 years ago, it'll be 3 years this June, I had no idea what I was doing. I had taken a free course because, I felt like I should do something to learn this new thing. It has been honestly such an amazing journey, and I think that anytime I am looking back on an experience, what I notice most are the people that I was able to connect with and share in that experience along the way. And I have been so incredibly fortunate to have shared this journey with so many amazing people, and especially amazing women, from my team to all of the guests. Oh my gosh, I have gotten to talk to some of the most inspirational and just amazing, truly amazing women. Honestly, if you want to talk to more women, just start a podcast. If you want to have a reason to invite people to a conversation, a podcast is a great reason. It's a great excuse to have a conversation with someone who inspires you. And that is pretty much how I built my guest list, was just looking at people who inspire me and asking them to come on the podcast. It's been so fun. And of course, I have been so incredibly grateful to all of you, all of my amazing listeners. Thank you for tuning in every week, or if you are just joining us, or if you just pick an episode here and there to listen to. I am so grateful because you give me a reason to create this podcast every week. And I love hearing from you. I love hearing about how different episodes or different guests are having positive impacts on your life. And it's just amazing to be able to do that and to be able to meet people from around the world and to see our reach expand over time and look at the map of who is tuning in and see that we are truly worldwide. It's the coolest thing, and I'm so proud of what we've built, and I'm also so excited about what's in store, which you're probably curious about because this might be a bit of a surprise. So, because I have started this podcasting journey and because I've been doing it now for 2.5 years, turns out I love it. Turns out it is something that I look forward to. It is something that I truly, truly enjoy. And it is not something that I am going to be giving up anytime soon. So to that end, I will be back with a new show similar to our current show and with some of the same goals. But the thing is that in 2.5 years, there's so much growth, there's so much evolution that has happened within me and within the show that I feel like we have kind of outgrown the Executive Coach for Moms podcast. It has been amazing, and I'm so proud of what we've done and so grateful for the experience. And also, I have decided to create a show that is more in alignment with what I really want to focus on and where I really want to take the next version of my podcast as well as my business. So please stay tuned because I will be back. I am going to keep the podcast on this channel. I'm not going to start from scratch. So we will be back with a new title and a new look and feel, and you'll hear more about what that podcast is about. So the podcast is getting a very big makeover, and we'll be back here on this channel very soon. Because as it turns out, posting continuously for 160 weeks in a row is kind of tiring. And I've decided that the team and I need a break. So we're going to take a little bit of a break so we have some space to regroup and recharge, and really spending some time being really thoughtful and intentional about what this next podcast is going to be. So in the meantime, because we will be taking a break for a little bit, I know that I have a lot of loyal listeners who tune in every week, and so I will miss you. But there are 3 things that you can do in the meantime. First, and most importantly, be sure to follow this podcast if you are not already. So in Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, make sure that you hit that little plus sign so that you are subscribed to the podcast, because when it comes back with its new name and new artwork and everything looks different, I want you to be able to find it. And I want your podcast platform to alert you that it's here. So be sure to follow. Secondly, if you have learned something on this podcast, if any of the episodes have helped you in some way, I would so appreciate if you could please leave a review, because the more 5-star reviews that the show has, the more that podcast platforms will recommend the show for other people to listen to. And I want as many people as possible to hear what I'm sharing. I do this because I genuinely want to help working moms who are leaders and trying to balance everything. And so I want more people to hear the show. And that is a really great way to do it. If you could please leave a review, even if it's just a rating and you don't want to rate anything, or just write like a quick sentence, I would so appreciate that. And then number 3, during this time where we are not airing new episodes, I'm not going to air replays or anything like that. We are just going radio silent for a little bit so that we can fully focus on the future version. I am going to encourage you to go back and look through the library at the 150 plus episodes that we have, and maybe check out some that you haven't gotten to listen to yet, or revisit some that you already have. I think that because there's so much content out there in the world, we often think that it doesn't make sense to revisit something because it's like, well, there's so much new content I need to check out, like my to read and to listen list is longer than a lifetime. So how will I ever get through all of this amazing content? But what I find is that whenever I have heard something or watched something that has had a big impact on me, I think it's so fun to go back and listen to it again later. So maybe like a year or 2 later, because I'm a different version of myself, right? Like we are growing and evolving and changing every day, and that adds up. And so if you think about like movies that you watched as a kid, if you watch them now, you're like, oh my gosh, I did not even remember entire scenes of this, or I'm seeing things so differently. I'm picking up on different things than I did when I last watched this movie. And similarly with personal development content, it's the same thing. You are going to pick up on different things based on where you're at right now compared to where you were at when you listened to it the first time. I have heard from multiple people that the very first episode that I aired, Why Working Moms Feel Like We're Failing at Everything, that it was very emotional for them. Some people said, like, I couldn't even get through it because I was crying so much because it resonated so deeply. And so I think it'd be interesting to go back and listen to that episode or any episode that maybe had an impact like that, because, you know, maybe it has a totally different impact now, or maybe it has the exact same impact, but either way, it's interesting data. You learn something about yourself and where you're at in your journey. And so those are the three things. Number one, follow the show so that you don't miss out whenever the new show comes out. Number two, rate and review the show, please. And number three, go back and listen to some old episodes, ones that you missed or ones that you want to revisit. So on a final note, I just want to say that I am truly moved and truly, truly grateful to every single human who has touched this show in some way, whether helping in creating it or giving me ideas for content for it, or giving me feedback, or reaching out and connecting and telling me what resonated for you, or being a guest on the show and bringing your expertise. All of it is so valuable, and I'm so, so grateful. And I can't wait to share with you what's next. I'll see you soon. Bye. If you're loving what you're learning on this podcast, I'd love to invite you to check out the Executive Mom Reset. It's my 6-month coaching program for ambitious, success-driven, career-focused women who are ready to stop surviving and start thriving. Together, we'll tackle the stress, guilt, and overwhelm that come with being a high-achieving executive mom. You'll learn how to set boundaries, prioritize what truly matters, and build the confidence to show up powerfully at work, at home, and for yourself. Head on over to coachleanna.com right now to schedule a free discovery call. We'll spend an hour talking about where you are now, what you want to create, and how I can help you get there. Because every woman deserves to live the life of her dreams. Let's create yours together.